Welcome everyone to my very first art blog. Welcome to Artist Jim TV. My very first episode is Jim Art Tutorial. My first art tutorial sessions were held in Albay because I had my art gallery in Pacific Mall and Gaisano Mall in Legazpi City. So shout out to all my students in Albay. My second group of art tutorial were in Tarlac Province because I had my art gallery in Tarlac. I had 1 year in Metrotown Mall and 3.5 years in SM City, Tarlac. Shout out to all my students in Tarlac, Capas, Concepcion, Camiling, and the rest of the nearby towns. My third group of art tutorial students are in Ilocos Sur and La Union because I had my art gallery in Tagudin for 5 years. Shout out to all my students in Suyo, Santa Cruz, Tagudin, Bangar, and the nearby towns. This year 2020, I will go from province to province to hold our tutorials, mindful that you can at least enroll a minimum of 8 students. This June, I will start our tutorials in Suyo, Ilocos Sur. On July, I will be in Pampanga. On August, I will be in Pangasinan. And the rest will be by schedule. What must you expect from my art tutorial? Take note of this. Art is not just for the gifted. It can be taught. I'm not a teacher who makes a subject difficult, but I make a difficult subject easy. That's what a teacher's role should be. I accept professionals also. In Tarlac, I welcomed architects, Dean of Studies, Supervisors of Corporate, and the like, and even 5 years old are all welcome. Here's my approach in art tutorial. First, students must undergo appreciation. My students can see my works and they can watch me do the actual rendering of art. I will also present to them amazing art in history and their philosophy. Number 4, basic art must start from dry mediums. So the first thing that you will enroll with me is the basic art using dry mediums with the use of pencils and pastels. Why dry mediums? Imagine how messy the gallery will become when a group of 5 years old, 6 years old who are still unguided will use water-based paints. Instead of appreciation, their first art experience will be devastating. So what are the steps in my art tutorial? Number 1, very basic, we start from pencil rendering. What are the targets in pencil rendering? Number 1, they must be able to make a perfect square. This challenge is to avoid making a rectangle. Without a ruler, they must get used to evaluate a perfect square. So that's very basic, that's very simple, easy. Let's have same lengths of sides. Number 2, perfect square will guide them to make a perfect circle. Imagine, I will ask the students to make perfect circles, but at the end, they will be able to create ovals and imperfect circles. Now they will go back to the perfect square in order to establish a framework to make a perfect circle with the use of 4 arcs around the square. That will be very understandable in person. Number 3, after establishing technique on how to make circle, they will then create a composition of apple, grapes, and related shapes. Number 4, after composition, they will immediately go to color rendering. Why very fast? Why not continue on the black and white? Why go directly to the coloring? Because art must be enjoyable. It must be appreciated. Without that, it is useless. A very young millennial might be eager to leave your workshop because of the dull images using only black and white artwork. So let's go basic. Red for apple, violet for grapes, and yellow for ripe mango. Then number 6, go back again to the black and white in subject. The subject is called values and textures. So sa values and textures, there is a one light source. That is what we call the values. And then, what is texture? Texture is the cross-hatching, the linearism, the pointillism, the shading. Values and textures go hand in hand. It can improve the student's presentation of a subject into a more 3D effect. After finishing the basic art tutorial, students may progress to a more advanced medium. Acrylic painting, then oil painting. Portraiture will be the very last subject you can enroll from me. After basic art, students may decide to go on commercial art or to a more serious art. So what are the subjects to be accomplished when you enroll with me? First, you have to make a still life. It is not just a drawing. I will see to it that you are making a masterpiece in color. Number 2, you have to make a scenery art. So that's already a different genre. And then number 3, I will ask you to draw a perspective drawing. So in still life, I will instill with you how to make it 3D. And then in perspective drawing, I will help you to make a 3D scenery. Either a gardenscape, whether it's mountains and vast lands. So those are the subjects. Take note of this, students. It is precisely from the regret left by the imperfect work that the next one can be born. As post-scriptum, painting artist is a choreographer of space. Then another note from Claude Monet, the founder of French Impressionist painting. He said, "It is on the strength of observation and reflection that one finds a way, so we must dig and delve unceasingly." Great life, great morning. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell in order to get updated on our next episode.